Okay, my name is Alexandra, and I so thankful for the opportunity to have this interview with Melissa. Um, she is known as the co-founder of the Center for Healing. She is the creator of some certified courses, and she has written a book, The Natural High. And just Melissa, can you give us a short bio about yourself in relation to the Center for Healing, your whys and how you did it?
Sure. So I started my journey of, I guess, changing careers, discovering transformative therapies. I think it was 2014 or 15. And then it changed my life so much that I wanted to study it. And then I kind of went on my own journey on my own, but then I crossed paths with Ryan, who wanted help with his addiction and mental health. And I was constantly working on mine because my relationships were shit. I couldn't manage my money. Like, I had all these negative patterns, I had addictions, all of that. So it was like a huge journey for me. And then I was able to help him. And then he went to study like mainstream mental health and addiction recovery. And he kept asking the teacher, he's like, when are you guys going to talk about trauma? And they're like, we don't. And so he came to me and said, could you teach me everything you know? And so I had basically done one certification in NLP, like a short one, but everything else was self-taught. And after my awakening, I downloaded so much and I learnt so much. So I was like, okay, here's like the million books that I've read, and here's the manuals and like everything. And I was trying to teach him by working with him. And so at one point, we both said to each other, I think we should open a center together, like a mental health and addiction center, because I love mental health. He loves working with addiction because he was able to overcome his addictions. And so we had nothing. He just finished being a drug addict, basically. I had finished like a year of just kind of mucking around and studying and creating my method, my first method that I created, root cause therapy. And so when we came together, I was able to like find an office that was like really dingy and old and cheap. We borrowed like $1,000 from Ryan's parents to pay the first month's rent. That we were able to get the people to leave their old furniture. We literally like started in the red, and we're like, we feel like this is right. It feels like really aligned, and we feel like this is our purpose to change the mental health and addiction industry. And so we just decided to like, we're going to create these programs. If it works, it'll work and we'll grow. And if it doesn't, but at least we'll give it a try. So we literally like, there was a few things that supported us. So all of a sudden, Ryan was able to get a feature article in the Herald Sun, which is like a big newspaper in Melbourne. And so like that came through, and we hadn't even finished setting up the office. And I'm like typing up the program as I'm like taking calls. Like, so the universe really supported us initially, and just our combination of hard work, working 12-hour days for 6 months. And then we took on a team member, and then we grew within a matter of a year to a team of 5 into a bigger healing space. So we did that for like a while, 4.5 years. And then then we had then we ended up together. We're business partners, then we ended up together. Then we had a son together, and that just changed everything. And I had this really strong intuition, like the future's online and we should move overseas. And this is like crazy because we have a baby. But we did it. We told our staff we'll send them clients, but we're closing the physical center. We're making it online. And yeah, we were on the last plane to Thailand before
Oh
the
my God.
lockdowns. And so like following your intuition is like crazy to other people, but we were free for a year over there on a tropical island.
Ah, beautiful.
And that was the start of like selling. That was the start of like really me letting go of root cause therapy. Like, I wanted to keep it in the center. I was like so protective, like this is my baby. The results are so amazing, as you know, you're a student. And so it was like a huge journey for me of like opening it up to the public and sharing. our method. So that is basically the Center for Healing. And since then, Ryan's created courses and we've built it. We've created more courses and we have an amazing community around the world. So that's a little background there.
Yes, and this is the reason why I'm so keen on interviewing you, because I'm still in that amazement, yeah, since over a year, like going through these courses, and it's so many light bulbs going off and on. And yeah, it's just the results are stunning, like everything, I'm in total awe how you build it all up and how you put things together. And it's just so effective, and I like effective. So
Yeah.
yeah. And in regards to your work, what are your favorite authors and why? So you incorporated quite a bit there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge reader at the moment, but I guess the main life-changing authors or books that I've read is Dr. Hawkins. So he's got books of the scale of Power versus Force. That's the main book that was life-changing for me. And a part of watching his lectures really was a big creator behind root cause therapy and helping people overcome their behaviors. And then the other one is early on, Dr. Demartini, The Values Factor. That for me, early stages on in my personal development journey was very eye-opening, very life-changing. Eckhart Tolle, so The Power of Now, that was really amazing. And then also Don Miguel Ruiz, who created the Four Agreements. And everything I'm saying to you, Alexandra, you've seen this in the book list when you guys enroll. So
I
share
got the
everything.
books.
Yeah.
I got them all. It's That's really so helpful, and yeah, it helped me. All this new understanding helped me very much in my own relationship, and with everything, my whole life, with my work. So I'm forever grateful that I found you, Melissa, and your Center for Healing and your courses.
Yeah.
So no regrets there.
And when I
Right.
wrote like my own book, when I wrote The Natural High, that was because we had closed the outpatient clinic like for addiction recovery, but we were still getting so many people like referring us and trying to book with us, and we could only take so many people ourselves online. And so I was like, kind of out of feeling bad, I wrote the book just as a short book for people to read with the things that helped me and Ryan with our addictions. And so, yeah, that's why I wrote The Natural High, How to Overcome Instant Gratification and Find Inner Peace. And it's a very short read, but it's good for people that don't like reading. As I've actually had a lot of people email me like, I don't like reading, but it was so easy and short to read that like it's ignited my passion for reading again. And it was eye-opening for them in relation to addictions for themselves or their loved ones. So just thought I'd
Yeah.
like put that in there with the
Thank you. Very good.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, you get constantly so great reviews. It's just a never-ending, rolling, incoming, amazing reviews. I mean, you certainly make a lot of people happy. So,
No, thank
uh,
you.
yeah. Um, okay, and for who are the Center for Healing courses? I mean, uh, yeah, is it for everybody or?
Yeah, so the way that we created the courses, and I think it came from my background of really struggling at school and all the trauma that I went through. And I've really created the courses to be like either it's someone that wants to get into the healing or therapy industry and they don't have any previous experience. So we make it simple enough for those people to learn the frameworks in the way that I teach is very step by step practical. Like, this is what you do next, this is what you do next. Because I found that was missing from the training that I received. It was very theory heavy, but then a lot of people that I hear that go through the mainstream
Mhm.
psychology, counseling, and all that, they learn all the theory, but then there's so many times because I'm in groups, they're like, how do I actually structure a session or how do I help someone? And I'm like, you've gone to uni for like how long? So like I make sure that like we do have the theory, but it's very like this is how like you want like making it simple for people. And then a lot of our clients are, of course, people that are already healers, coaches, counselors, practitioners, therapists. And either they want to add tools like they feel like something is missing. A lot of our courses are all about healing trauma, and that's like a really big deal at the moment. Everyone's, especially after the last few years. And so having trauma informed courses is really important. So a lot of people have recognized, okay, people are presenting with trauma. How do I actually help them heal it? So our courses are aimed towards that. So yeah, so kind of the spectrum from people that are just getting into it. Maybe they've gone in their own healing journey. Now they feel like it's their purpose to help others, or people that are already some kind of practitioner and they want to get a certification or upgrade their knowledge in their toolbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really like, I really like the whole package, you know, all, it's such a great package. It makes so much sense. So, and what would the clients be? For who are these therapies and coachings? And yeah, if you could focus there a little bit on RCT, your big baby, your big first baby. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, I just want to touch on in the last point is we offer business and marketing training. Like, and I think that's missing from a lot of
Yeah.
practitioner trainings where it's like, that's great that I've learned something, but how do I get out there? So we offer that as well. But yeah, in relation to like the client results, so in relation to root cause therapy, that's the main method that we use at the Center for Healing for years. And that was like the main, that was like the core of how we helped clients. Our success rate was actually huge
Yeah.
compared to normal mainstream therapy. So because it was alternative at the start, we were getting great results, but we were trying to get referrals from doctors and stuff, and they were just like rolling their eyes and huffing and not even like talking to us. And then by the end, we were getting referrals from psychologists, psychiatrists, um, detox centers, like with like because the people that were going to see them were saying, "Hey, I'm getting such amazing results. You should know about them." Then we organically were getting a lot more people. So the way that we treat people and how it's different, and the thing with root cause therapy, it is about instead of playing around like with talk therapy and trying to get people to change their habits or just stop what they're doing, the whole thing is to get to the root cause and shift the reason why they're having that behavior, release the emotional charge that is embedding that behavior in their subconscious, and then getting the learnings from that. And so what that does, it kind of permanently shifts bad habits or negative patterns or negative self-talk from the root. So like literally talk therapy, and I'm not bagging talk therapy because it is a part of our sessions. But when you do talk therapy, like imagine a tree, you're just cutting the leaves and maybe some of the branches,
Mm.
but it can grow back, right? And so that's why practitioners can get frustrated or even people give up because they're like, I've tried for years and years, I've stopped my drugs, bad habits, whatever, but like I feel like crap all the time and I feel like it's a constant fight every day. Whereas with root cause therapy, we're pulling it out from the root so it can't even grow back and they have that post-traumatic growth rather than they have to have tools to deal with how they're feeling every day. It's a deeper understanding of why they're where they are, and then also shifting those behaviors by healing. Um, so yeah, I hope that kind of is what you were
Yeah,
after. Yeah.
it's yeah, I really like this explanation. So that's why for my practice I chose the tree.
Yes.
I use it a lot. So yeah, I love it totally. Okay, and what uh issues can you solve for clients? So
Yeah.
and
I mean,
in coaching. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, so yeah, we've got I've got my two main courses and Ryan has his. The way that these therapies are is that you can use a framework with basically any symptoms that are arising. So basically, symptoms that are put into categories, like in the DSM-5, like when you get labeled with having depression or anxiety and things like that, they're usually a bunch of symptoms that are ticked off, and then they're like, okay, you have this label. With root cause therapy and even the other courses, we kind of say, okay, what are the symptoms that you're dealing with? Like, how do you feel day to day? What are the habits that you have that you don't want to have anymore? The inner self talk, the procrastinations, etc. Physical health, emotional health. We're looking at the symptoms individually and asking the client's body, like the intelligence of their unconscious mind and body, what is the root cause of this symptom? And so, there are protocols, like there is an anxiety protocol, depression protocol, migraine protocol, physical health protocol, all these protocols, sleep protocol. So over the years, I have obviously got a lot of experience around working with each thing, and we can have specific information, but it is about actually guiding the client's healing. And so we just ask in the client's mind and body, like, where do we need to go here to finally resolve this particular symptom? So yeah, I mean, in terms of labels, we're just about, okay, how do we help you feel better now and moving forward? How can we help you resolve the past so it's not a part of your experience
Mm.
anymore? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can confirm that. And what is I mean, the whole setup you've chosen to set up, it's such a win for everybody, there's such a win-win-win thing going on for everybody involved, basically. Do you want to say something to the
Yeah,
idea?
yeah, I mean, for sure. So basically, and this is something that I teach in the manifestation certification, it's like once you, I guess, awaken to yourself and awaken to your higher power, you then are like, okay, I have this mission to help people, and you're going to have your own vehicle of doing that. And so for Ryan and I, it was more like, okay, how can we use our experience to help others? And I feel like this is like our soul calling. So it's kind of like waking up every morning and asking your soul, in the highest good of all, what will you have me do? And so it isn't just about us, it's about the collective consciousness. How can we create a positive ripple effect? And
Mm,
so the good thing about that is that it is always us considering the ecology of, yeah, is it a win for us, a win for you guys, a win for the collective? And so that's kind of like always the ethos. And even when we pick the name, we blind muscle tested against the scale of conscious, like what is the highest vibration name? Again, it's not about us. It's about like what's best for the collective in
yeah,
terms
that's
of
so wonderful.
everything. Yeah, that we do. Yeah.
So, and just to summarize, what is the difference to other therapies that are out there or coaching, and
Mhm.
why are your courses outstanding, and the importance of the differences?
Thanks for saying it's outstanding. I appreciate
I find it's outstanding. I
that. I love it.
browsed the whole internet, and I was looking. This was just the thing for me, that's
Yeah.
kind of solved all my problems. So yeah, it's outstanding for me, definitely.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. Yeah, I think that everything has its place, and I end up just like, as you know, we just end up adding more and more courses and content because as we discover more transformative therapies, we like want to share that. So there's so many modalities that are like kind of mixed in together, but kind of with that trauma informed lens, which is our thing. And I think that for us for us to say, I mean, I was just saying talk therapy alone isn't helpful. It Not everything works for everyone, and people need different things at different stages. The work that we do is for when people are ready to go really deep, they've had enough, they actually want some huge, like big transformation, but they're ready to dive into the shadow aspects. They're ready to dive into the trauma. So it's not just like casual light work that we're doing. It's not just coaching. It's not just counseling. It's not just talking to a friend. It's actually diving
Yeah.
into the deeper aspects of our shadows. So it's
Very deep.
definitely not for everyone or everyone just yet. Like people have to be kind of ready for that, and we don't lie about that. I mean, we write trauma all over the website and like in the courses and everything like that. So that's probably the difference is I don't really want to put down other modalities. They all have their place. But that's just if people, for practitioners, if they keep seeing clients and they can't help them shift their behaviors, but they can see trauma presenting, they might want to add something like our course to their toolbox so they have that ability
Mhm.
in the whatever space that they're in to be able to help people shift on a deeper level, that they already have trust and rapport with those clients rather than always having to refer out. So it's our hope to, even that's why one of our courses is free, the trauma informed coaching certificate. We made it free because like how can we make the biggest dent in the industry where it really needs to be trauma informed in the coaching and even we've got so many different people that have joined that, yoga teachers, teachers,
Mm.
managers, like from all walks of life, people that are working in the hospitals. I mean, it's just actually kind of gone viral and it's just been really
Yes,
amazing.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've sent it to people I knew and too, and they were like, "Oh, that's so great!" They are really grateful. All this information, it helps them so much with whatever they do. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And
Mm.
within the Center for Healing, we've got my courses that, there's a mixture of it being practical and woo woo and then really woo woo in the manifesting course. And then you've got Ryan and Matt, a bit more scientific, but they also touch on spirituality. So we do have kind of that masculine and feminine, that different
Yeah.
energy, different courses for different people.
Mm.
And that might grow in future, whether we take on more teachers. I mean, in my mind, the big vision for me is, I mean, our logo is a pyramid. Like, so whether it's a physical pyramid or a pyramid just in the ether, I want to be almost like a healing kind of university at one day. And that's the vision that I connect with every day. So the little bumps along the way are just like little bumps. Like I know my stop. And I remember even before when me and Ryan were thinking of creating the Center for Healing, I went to a park and I sat down and I drew like a pyramid university and all the levels and there's like a cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And it was just like this. And so every time I feel like, oh, today is hard or this is challenging or whatever, I like connect with that bigger vision. And so I
Yeah.
believe that's like what that's why I try and share with you guys to connect with your vision, what you feel like is your calling, and that'll help day to day with being a human, but also feeling like fulfilled and serving, you know. Um,
Yeah. I
so,
love that totally.
yeah.
So, and why is being trauma informed and breaking the trauma cycle so important?
Oh my gosh, like
Yes.
like it's
Big
everything
topic.
because, well, firstly, like 90% of people don't even know that they experience trauma. They're just dealing with the symptoms and trauma reenactment. So reenacting trauma that wasn't resolved in childhood. I mean, up until I was like 26, I didn't realize I was doing it at all. I was like, it's everyone else's fault. I was
Yes.
like, my emotions would direct my life. Um, I was sabotaging everything all the time, blaming everyone else. I think most people are in that basket. And then when you say, you know, someone said to me, how's your childhood? It was amazing, like blah, 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 my parents, blah, blah, blah. And then you start doing this work, you're like, oh my gosh. Like, and then you're like, then you realize all the generational trauma. And so, especially with me becoming a mother, I was like, I mean, we pass it down in our DNA, and the way that we treat our children was like how we were treated. Like this is our programming, and so generations of trauma just being passed down unconsciously. And so when we become trauma informed, a part of that is like we start healing our own trauma, and like it's a lifetime journey. I still do things that I'm just like, I need to work on that. Like, I can't be like that to my son. Oh my God, that happened because of this. And like, it's not like you become trauma informed and all of a sudden you're just like accepting of everyone and you're perfect, right? It's more about recognizing when you're getting triggered and not taking it out on other people. It's about recognizing when someone else is getting triggered and being compassionate to them rather than like re-traumatizing them, right? And so it's huge. It's going to heal all of society. The more people recognize this, there's not going to be so many fights, poverty, you know, fights in the household, stress. Like we're all under so much activation and stress, and all of these belief systems and internal rules, and like all of like it's like our inner children, our inner children that have been traumatized, had painful events that aren't resolved, are literally we're walking around as adults and acting like children in areas of our lives.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, being trauma informed is recognizing that in ourselves and working through it, recognizing others with compassion, and stop trying to change others to make ourselves feel better, but also being an inspiration for others in the way that we conduct ourselves and own our stuff and work through our own stuff. And that's not the normal explanation of being trauma informed, but that's my experience with being trauma informed.
No, that's absolutely beautiful. And this is also why I totally want to support you, Melissa. So, yeah, and there's also a lot of myths and misconceptions about mental health and trauma. Would you like to say something about this?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of touched on it earlier where,
Yeah.
you know, people get these labels and it is, you know, ticked off as like having a certain, you got these 9 symptoms, you have this label, you'll have to manage it for the rest of your life. Here is some medication. Um, Whereas if you look at, say, for example, ADD, and you look at the symptoms of ADD and then you look at the symptoms of having a certain amount of childhood trauma, actually they're exactly the same. And so for us, it's like there's hope for people that you don't have to just manage your label and just feel how you're feeling for the rest of your life. You can, it's never too late to have a good childhood. It's never too late to it's not about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about peeling back all of the stuff that made you believe that you are not incredible and worthy and good enough, right? And so that's what the benefit is of that, is coming back to who you are, feeling safe to be who you are, to speak your truth, and not be trapped by what happened to you.
Okay. Um, yeah, we can yeah, I really would like to talk a bit more about your root cause therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Dive a little bit deeper how it works, you know, like what kind of therapy is it?
Yeah, so when I initially studied, I studied NLP, hypnotherapy, and timeline therapy. So that was created by Tad James in the 80s. And that was a combination of all the best therapies at that time. And so when I learnt it, it was like amazing. But as I went through my journey, like I went through like a period of doing so much of it, I didn't feel anything for like 6 months. And I'm like, something's not right. And then I ended up connecting with a coach who actually was like more of like a shaman. And I just all of a sudden got dived into my childhood trauma, but like to feel everything, to feel somatically how I felt, rather than normal NLP timeline therapy teaches you to reframe things. But reframing things just pushes the emotions and their somatic energy down into the subconscious more. And I'm like,
Mm.
that's why I was like, something's not right with this. It's not. And I had to have my own journey of that. Like, I'm my first guinea pig. And so, yeah, when I started getting into somatic therapy, inner child healing, and kind of the spiritual side, I realized there was so much missing that could be added to evolutionize that. And so, a lot of studying, a lot of healing. I actually lived with two other healers for almost a year to work on it as well. And we were all teaching each other. One of them specialized in the conscious mind. I was specialized in the subconscious. And then the other girl specialized in the superconscious. And we all have taught each other. And we all like separate ways with our own methods after all, which was like beautiful. And so it is really about, okay, it's all the best methods until the 80s or 90s. And then we've added like all of these things that are now like all the best methods coming together. So it's combining coaching, inner child healing, somatically releasing emotions, reparenting ourselves, generational trauma, healing trauma in the womb. Okay. And then also with the future stuff, what was taught to me back then was like you create your goal and you actually place it in the future of your timeline, right? And so I was
Yeah,
doing,
that's amazing.
yeah, this is like I've got the book here, the original books from Tad James, but it didn't sit well with me for some reason, and I realized later that you don't know whether you're making goals from your ego. So we might be making goals from where we feel deficient. We might be making goals from where we feel like we haven't had enough love or validation, right? Or our childhood wounding, something that was missing from our parents. And we're trying to achieve a goal to finally get that validation and love. But when you try to achieve goals like that, like the ego is like like a black hole. Like you'll never feel
Yeah,
fulfilled.
yeah,
And I worked on, okay, let's go from like a spiritual side in terms of let's connect with our soul, with our intuition, and ask what is in the highest and greatest good of us and all. What is the best thing for our goal to be? Like, you tell me what is the best thing because your soul knows you more than anyone else. How I can be of service. And so it could be a personal goal or like a mission or like a business goal or whatever. But that was a completely different way to do it, where we're actually asking, show me the future version. And I mean, you probably experienced it yourself. And sorry if you can hear the
yeah.
vacuum, our cleaner came
No,
earlier
that's all
today.
right. No worries.
But like, yeah, so it's like when you do that, like we've had people cry, just overwhelmed with joy and
Yeah.
relief, to have that anxiety just melt away and to be aware of like our purpose and what we're meant to be doing or working towards. So, I had someone that their whole life, there was like a heroin addict, their whole life, they've never felt love from them parents
Yeah.
or mother. They never had that bonding. And so when I've taken them into the future, their future self has experienced love. They felt love for the first time. They stopped using after that because they realized the love was there. It was in the future. They felt it. They didn't need the drug anymore, And so,
Mm.
and some people go into the future, they felt a level of peace. They've never felt peace in their lives. They felt peace for the first time. And so that's what
Mm.
I say to people, you're getting like a pathway of like, hey, you can feel if you continue this journey, and this is in your future, and they get to feel it now. And so it can be completely life changing for someone
Yes.
to experience it in that way. And obviously, for you to know your purpose, like ever since I found my purpose, I haven't had one day where I'm bored for like the last 9 years. I just can't be bored because I'm like, I'm someone that like I pretty much failed school, never read a book, blah blah blah, to like I'm obsessed with like learning. Like every day I have to learn something. Teaching is a part of my learning. I love sharing everything that I learn. And so it's like there is no boredom. Like there is, like the courses that were put out. I have so many more ideas, Alexandra. Like I've so
I
many more lessons to give. Like I
can't
just need to find
wait.
time in
Can't
my
wait.
human day to like actually record them. Like I'm always bursting with like, oh my God, like so much to share. And so,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't get enough, I was hearing from different students that I got addicted, I mean, it's a positive,
Yeah.
like, No, but it's yeah, I experienced that with clients that these are the best sessions ever when they get the connection, and they feel what that's me, kind of, what, and it carries them through so much, and everything else gets easier to handle with it. I mean, when I said, yeah, you solved all my problems, sure, it's more that I know how to deal with everything, and be able to go on my path. And yeah, it's just the best that ever happened to me, to be honest. So I'm not sure if there's anything. Yeah, but also the soul path or soul purpose, and it gives all this energy too, all the life force is coming back.
Yeah.
But also the learnings, during this healing, especially with RCT, I find, like, when you go back and you have a total different view on these past situations and a deeper understanding, and also these learnings, I find them very important in comparison with other therapies where they just shift energies or whatever. And I find these learnings so important, just long term,
Yeah, I mean, such a different experience to actually having the client have the discoveries themselves. Like, it's so much more empowering, and you do start to become so much more self-aware as a person, and you start to have that connection with your intuition. And like you said, it makes your life so much easier. And I feel like we're going really woo-woo, but like the sessions are so structured. Like, there's data that's in each session. You know exactly how to move from session to session. You know exactly what to work on, like with a
Yeah,
client. Everything's, there's testing and measuring, and it's very like, that comes from my international business background of like paper pushing and like always working in an office where I like to see data, I like to see numbers, I like to, because you can go to healing sessions, they're like, yes, you're healed, and you walk out and you're like, walk in for the next one, they forgot what you did last time. And it was just like, no, I want to make this like more tangible and structured, and like, so it's a mixture of like the coaching and psychology, but also, if you have someone that's not spiritual, these sessions are also fine as well. Like, they're very structured in a sense that it would make anyone kind of feel comfortable, whether they're very woo woo or whether they're very scientific. That's what we found anyway, because we got people from, and I still do get people from different ends of the spectrum. And it is about you as a practitioner, because you go through your own healing as a part of certification. It's about, yeah, discovering
yeah,
your own wisdom as well, and you're going through your
that's
own journey.
one
Yeah.
of the win-win situations. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, um, do you think that narcissists, psychopaths, and sociopaths can find healing? Is it possible, or prevention possible? Because it's a really destructive um, state of being, also on society. The effects on society are
Yeah.
quite big. So, yeah.
So for me, I look at things in a little bit more broader way. Like, again, those labels are a bunch of symptoms or behaviors. And so whenever I see, like a drug addict on the street or a homeless person, or someone says someone's a narcissist, of course I have total empathy for the person that is on the receiving end. But there's a reason why both of them have come together, and why there is like there are attractions to each other. Um, and so it's kind of like, I just look at everyone like, what happened to you growing up? Did you not get love? Because I see narcissists. I mean, I have a toddler and he's a narcissist. Like, toddlers are narcissists. They don't care about that you need to eat. They don't care about like that you haven't had a shower. They just want everything now. They want everything to be about them. They want all the attention. And so I see narcissists as toddlers that never actually learnt how to, they were never soothed, maybe not looked after properly, not taught how to like learn about their inner world and their emotions. And so they got stuck at that age. And so they're an adult acting like a toddler, having tantrums, wanting all the focus to be on them and manipulating situations to get that. And so I look at it with, and I grew up with my stepdad was a narcissist and domestic violence situation. My stepmom, narcissist, like I've been a victim of that. So I'm not taking away from how damaging it is. Psychopaths and sociopaths, I don't have so much experience with, but can they heal? They would have to get to a stage where they would be ready for the deep work. We can't force that upon them, and they may never change. Some people think that they can't. I believe that everyone can. I believe that sometimes I've been a narcissist and I own that as well. That comes from my fear and pain and fear of not being in control because of what I went through. And I learnt some of those traits from the narcissist in my life. Sorry, there's like a thumbs up on the screen for some reason. There we go. Thumbs up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
Having a talk here.
and yeah, and I mean, I think that the trauma bonding, so the vibration of someone having attachment issues growing up, and the vibration of, and being like that kind of people pleaser victimhood, and then the vibration of the narcissist, like actually it works well for both of them. Why would they um, come across paths and be so attracted and connect with each other at some point? And why does the victim find it so hard to leave? And obviously the narcissist is grooming and doing all these things, but there's a level of like it's an unconscious, there's some unconscious benefits that are happening, and why it's so hard to initially not have the boundaries and self-love to say I don't accept this behavior. There can be economic reasons, like, they're trapped because of financial abuse. But again, if there was that self-love and inner boundaries, if they didn't have those wounds and those unmet needs from childhood, they wouldn't even allow that person into their experience initially. So for me, I went through that growing up, and then I got into a narcissistic abusive relationship because I had no awareness of this. And then and then if I was with someone that was perceived weaker, I would be a narcissist. And so I've been on both sides and seen all the angles. And so then I had to go through this whole thing of like healing myself and also having like inner love and healing my inner children and my trauma so that I could actually accept someone nice to come in. I was like rejecting nice people. I'm like, my nervous system wasn't like built for this. I was built for drama and abuse, and and so being able to accept good things into our life is like a huge part of the healing journey as well,
Yeah, just amazing. It's yeah, I really hope that the world will hear you, because I find it super important, everything you have to say. So, and on the other hand, if there were critics, what would you tell them?
Yeah, I mean, funny, like, I think people have some fears, or because we came in with this alternative therapies, like we're not psychologists or mainstream. So when we are first like, how do we change the industry? We just like infiltrate the industry. We just come in and be like, here we are. Like, we're not going to fight them or say that they're bad. We're just going to come in and do our thing. And like, people are just going to see the results. You know what I mean? And so I've had this level of confidence about that because I feel so strongly about it, because I'm like, I'm trusting my soul with this, I'm trusting that we're doing the right thing, that I didn't have that, like, I'm not qualified enough feeling that a lot of people kind of have. And also I was like high risk kind of party animal teenager. So I have a high risk threshold as well. So that's like, I know not everyone has that. But yeah, when we had the center for 4.5, 5 years, we literally had like maybe 2 people question our qualifications. that's just
Yeah.
because the energy that we had about it, and we're not hiding it. We're the center for healing. Like we weren't hiding anything. We had some people like I think one lady from the psychologist downstairs, she's like, "What are you doing?" Like, or a doctor or something, and then some other person who wasn't a client, the client was trying to say he was getting so much benefit, but his partner was like, "But you guys don't have this and that qualification," and I'm just like, look at it. I'll read out our reviews. Like I will read, like I opened our reviews and I'm like, I mean, like I'm not gonna like say it. I'll give you like the results of the clients that have written these reviews, you
I
know?
think, yeah, the results are, everything,
Exactly, exactly. And we might one day do scientific reviews and all of that.
yeah,
But I don't feel like I need, like if we get criticized, I'm just like it's just one criticism per these 10 people that have got so much benefit from it.
yeah,
And yeah, sometimes it hurts and we get comments, but it's
yeah,
often from people that haven't even experienced it. And so it's just like, okay, well, and one thing I used to say to clients at the center, they're like, "Oh my God, I can't, it's completely changed my life. Like, I cannot actually believe it." And I'd say, like, you need to do weird things to get weird results. And so, yeah, that's kind of like how we encapsulate it. It is a bit different, but yeah, it kind of speaks for itself, and we let that, we don't have to defend ourselves. Like another saying that I say is the soul doesn't need to defend itself, only the ego does. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
so that's not really like a direct answer, but that's kind of like how I handle, or our perspective of critics. Yeah.
Very well spoken. I like that. Okay, so I really would like to hear a little bit more about your future goals for the center and yeah, educating the world. Is there anything else you would like to say?
Yeah, I mean, we are not like doing this short term. Like it is, I know someone said to me, "Oh, when I'm 80, I'll retire," and I'm like, I'm like David Attenborough. Like I don't think I could ever stop. And so for us, it's just like from the outside, it might look like we just care about ourselves and material things, and we obviously want ourselves to be supported, and we want to change that perspective of like spiritual people, healers, people that are in the mental health industry should be abundant. And I really hope that I inspire people with that. Yes, it triggers people, but I hope to be an inspiration. So we're going to continue to build our personal wealth, but at the same time, we've given all you guys pay once and you get lifetime access, and we just support you for years and years, and we will be around for years and years and years, and we won't do anything different. I actually went to a tarot reader when we were in the Gold Coast last month, and she said, "Oh, your business is going to be around for a very long time." I'm like, "Yeah, we're committed to this for our lives. This is our life's work." So the evolution, Alexandra, of what that looks like is, yeah, eventually I want to have that university, whatever it looks like, but the journey towards that is just the boring, like keep doing what we do every day, keep serving you guys, keep answering questions. It looks boring, but it's just like I know that that consistency of being there for you guys, of just continuing to learn and put our work out there, that's just that's just what it is. And whether that we add courses or improve the current courses, or maybe we're just added a retreat, like these little bits and pieces, but it's just going to be like that consistent parent that is just always going to be around. Do you know what I mean? So a safe place for people to learn and to continue to grow, whether it's for their own journey or they want to help others.
Yeah, I really want to see that grow and thrive
Thank
and be
you.
a part of it always. Yeah, absolutely. Um, okay, is there anything else you always wanted to say, like to the world?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I missed that question when you asked me. I didn't think that.
Yeah, just in a few words, like the essence of your main message. Yeah, something just.
I think that in life in general, a lot of us get overwhelmed by like having a big vision or by like wanting to have their own business or by wanting to like completely change their lives. And what I would say is that if you break it down to just little actions step by step every day, the momentum will accumulate, and to just do step by step and not look at the whole
Mm.
mountain and get scared. Our human bodies like always want comfort, but we're not going to change the world or even change one person around us if we get overwhelmed and don't take any action. So, understanding the psychology of your body, the nervous system, understanding why we do things or don't do things is going to change your life internally, but also allow you to actually have a fulfilling mission in the world, whatever that looks like for you.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Very wonderful. Totally love it.
No.
So, okay. Anybody has the interest to dive deeper into the Center for Healing or your courses, is the website, the centerforhealing.com.
Mhm.
There's also a directory if anybody wants to check out the practitioners.
And
So
definitely
yeah,
see Alexandra because she's on there.
I absolutely enjoyed that talk, and yeah,
Me too.
I really
Thank you
want to
so
do
much.
another one.
And we can. We have open
Yeah,
talk.
good, very well. Okay, thank you so much, Melissa. It was such a pleasure.
My
So
pleasure
glad
to
that
thank you.